Your darkness has no power over me, Morgana, Onyinyechi declared, her voice steady and unwavering. The light of truth and love will always prevail. With a scream of fury, Morgana unleashed her dark magic, but it shattered harmlessly against Onyinyechi's radiant shield. Summoning all her strength, Onyinyechi extended her hand and sent a beam of brilliant light towards Morgana. The sorceress tried to resist, but the light was too powerful. It enveloped her, dissolving her.
Once upon a time, there lived a family, Chief Chibuike's family,
Residing in the heart of Isiago village, renowned for their profound love, peace, and unity. Their home, a cozy stone cottage adorned with blooming flowers, radiated warmth and hospitality. The parents, Chibuike and Olamma, were devoted to each other and their three children, Eze, Chukwudi, and Uloma, fostering an environment of mutual respect and support. Each family member had a role in maintaining their small but thriving farm, working together seamlessly. Evenings were spent together, sharing stories and laughter, while weekends were dedicated to help neighbors and participate in community events. Chief Chibuike and his family were known for their calmness and ability to resolve conflicts with passion and wisdom. Their strong bond and unwavering love made them a pillar of strength and harmony in the village, embodying the value of family and community. Unfortunately, all their outstanding qualities could not protect them from the misfortune that befell their village. Morgana, a wicked sorceress, a leader of a malevolent group, whose delight was to see people suffer and die in pain, visited Isiago village. Usually, they will move from one village to another, causing havoc and establishing their rule over their victims, to be worshipped and revered as gods. As this group, led by Morgana, a wicked sorceress, entered Isiago village, they wreaked havoc, causing their crops to wither and their livestock to fall ill. They made life a living hell for the villagers. Gradually, people began to die of hunger and strange diseases. The once beautiful and flourishing Isiago village became deserted. On the other hand, Chief Chibuike and his family never lost their faith. Rather, they maintained their outstanding qualities of goodness and love, despite the hardship faced by the villagers. And they sought ways to put a smile on the faces of all that came their way. Then one night, under the light of a rare blue moon, A miracle occurred. As the family prayed for a relief from their suffering, a soft celestial light filled their mother's home. Out of this radiant glow, a beautiful and a flawless baby girl appeared, cradled in a woven basket of golden light. Uloma, who was just 3 years old, was the first to see the baby girl, while others only felt a presence but didn't open their eyes because they believe closing eyes while praying was the only way to get answers from God. Oloma's eyes were filled with light and her face brightened with smiles as she walked towards the baby girl graciously. She got close to the baby and was enveloped by the golden light from the basket, and there was an unexplainable connection between Oloma, the baby, and the golden light. After about 2 minutes, the light began to fade as the family concluded their prayers. They opened their eyes. They saw Oloma standing close to the baby, smiling uncontrollably. Rather than being scared or worried, they felt an inner sense of peace and blessings. The family knew instantly that the baby was a gift from the Almighty, a blessing sent to end their suffering and to bring hope back to their lives and the village at large. Effortlessly, Olamma reached out for the baby, carried her, and they began to sing and dance, thanking God for sending the baby to them. The jubilation alerted their neighbors, and they came out in their numbers to see what was going on. As they drew near to the house, they were all compelled to join in the celebration. That same night, the miracle began. As many that came to their house with any form of disease experienced instant healing. The news of the happenings did not wait for the dawn of the day to circulate through the whole village. The celebration continued till midnight. At this time, all the villagers were gathered in Chief Chibike's compound, and they were all thanking God together till dawn. In the early hours of the new day, the villagers gradually departed to their homes. Chief Chibike and his wife took the baby in as one of their children. They named her Onyinyechi, meaning the gift of God, for she was a gift of God sent with heavenly blessings. As she grew, it became evident that Onyinyechi was no ordinary child. Her eyes sparkled with light, and her presence radiated peace and serenity. Flowers bloomed wherever she stepped, and animals flocked to her side, sensing her pure and loving spirit. Onyinyechi's mystical gift began to manifest early enough. She could heal with a touch, making the sick well and the lame walk. Her laughter could drive away the darkest clouds, and her tears could bring life to the driest lands. Most miraculously, she possessed a protective aura that rendered evil powerless in her presence. The malevolent forces that had plagued her family for so long found themselves thwarted at every turn. Their causes dissolved like mists in the morning sun when they tried to harm them. As Onyinyechi approached her teenage years, her powers grew stronger and more refined. She began to sense the presence of evil even before it could strike. And with a gentle wave of her hand, she could dispel dark enchantments and banish wicked spirits. The villagers recognized Onyinyechi as a beacon of hope and protection. Morgana, the wicked sorceress, grew increasingly desperate as her dark influence dwindled. Her attempts to reclaim her power and reassert control over the village failed time and time again, thwarted by Onyinyechi's pure and unyielding light. Furious, Morgan devised a final sinister plan. She would lure Onyinyechi into a trap and drain her mystical energy, thus regaining her dark powers and eliminating the only threat to her dominion. To execute this plan, Morgana sent one of her dark minions as a stranger to lure Onyinyechi into the dark forest. One evening, a mysterious stranger arrived at Chief Chibuike's doorstep, pleading for help. He claimed that his village, far beyond the forest, was under a siege by a terrible curse. Trusting and compassionate Onyinyechi agreed to help despite her family's concern. She ventured into the dark forest with the stranger, her light illuminating the path ahead. As they reached the heart of the forest, the stranger revealed his true form, a dark minion of Morgana. The ground trembled as the sorceress herself emerged, cackling with malevolent glee. But Onyinyechi, though initially taken aback, stood her ground. Her inner light blazed brighter than ever, casting an aura of pure protective energy around her. Your darkness has no power over me, Morgana, Onyinyechi declared, her voice steady and unwavering. The light of truth and love will always prevail. With a scream of fury, Morgana unleashed her dark magic, but it shattered harmlessly against Onyinyechi's radiant shield. Summoning all her strength, Onyinyechi extended her hand and sent a beam of brilliant light towards Morgana. The sorceress tried to resist, but the light was too powerful. It enveloped her, dissolving her dark magic and banishing her from the realm forever. With Morgana's defeat, peace returned to the village. The crops flourished, the livestock thrived, and the people lived without fear. Onyinyechi continued to grow, her wisdom and kindness guiding the village into an era of unprecedented prosperity. She never sought power or recognition, content in the knowledge that she had fulfilled her purpose to protect and uplift those she loved. Years passed by, and Onyinyechi's legend spread far and wide. Her story became a beacon of hope for all who suffered under the weight of evil. She had shown that no matter how dark the night, the light of a pure heart could always dispel the shadows. And so, the little girl, born of celestial light, a gift from Almighty, brought peace and happiness to a family and a village once lost in despair. Her legacy endured, a testament of the power of goodness, love, and unyielding light of hope. This is the end of the story. See you in our next video. Bye.